We live? We streaming?
We're streaming, Chef.
We're streaming. Hey, HuntChef Nation, welcome back to the fastest and most delicious hour of wild game on the internet. It's HuntChef Live, people. Live and unscripted. And dare I say, worn but not tattered. We have been at it, people, throwing down wild flavor at every turn. And we just got back. Well, it's Tuesday, so I guess it wasn't last night, right? But we just wrapped up the Chico Outdoor Show up at the Westmoreland County Fairgrounds. Chico Outdoors, Inc., amazing charity organization here in Southwest PA, and they put on a great show, 2-day show, Saturday and Sunday. And I feel like we just walked out of the booth there and the food trailer. It's been non-stop. And we were just here. You're going to see in a little while because we're going to use this cast iron. The oil already has a little bit of flour sediment in the bottom because we just filmed an episode for Fur Life TV and Mountaintop Outdoors right here a little bit ago today. And we did a whole bunch of other stuff. How many pounds of meat we cooked today, Lance? I'm going with 400.
You're probably right.
About 400 pound of barbecue today. We just threw down. Catered a job for Texas Eastern. I mean, we've been at it, Kimmy. Yeah. God bless you guys. Thanks so much. Emmy showed up, throwing down in her pretty little sundress, and Matt's just back here like mad scientist behind the keyboard, broadcasting wild flavor worldwide. And you know, we couldn't do any of it without our amazing sponsors. Right there, 84 Lumber Company, the official title sponsor of all things HuntChef Live, whether we're here in the set or anywhere in HuntChef Nation. But building the American dream since 1956, 84 Lumber Company. Check them out. Been with us 4 years strong, and we can't thank them enough. So if you got a home project coming up, you're going to build, you're going to remodel, whatever it is, you're a contractor, check out 84 Lumber. And then we have an official beer, Emily.
Yep.
You know them.
Yes.
You've met them.
Yes.
You've drank their beer.
Few times.
You've eaten their food.
Few times.
The one and only Screech Out Brewing. Come on, let's get up here, folks. We're going to get a cold beer cracking so that we can get to cooking because we got a big kid deer meat sandwich going down here tonight in the HuntChef set. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to get through it. All right, so we got 4 Screech Owls. I got the Who's Your Daddy. We got those blonde ales. And what do you got? That Muddy Creek Porter? And the Muddy Creek Porter. I say crick. 3, 2, 1. Cold beer crack.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for everything you guys do. Thanks to you all out there in HuntChef Nation. I know it's not fair that I crack a Who's Your Daddy IPA every week, but there's a reason for it. Trust me. Check them out. Screech Out Brewing, straight out of Cuzzert, West by God, Virginia. Okay, so was it just a week ago we were here live in the set, and I had that big stack of fresh pork bellies that I used the hand tenderizer on. We mixed up the country style brine kit, and then I wanted to get some footage of smoking them, but we were just too busy. But we hot smoked these. We didn't cold smoke them like you would regular like bacon. So, but these guys, we cooked them hot smoked to 165 degrees internal temperature. And in addition to, how do I not have a low down and dirty back here? Anyhow, in addition to the brine kit, we brined them 3 days, took them out, patted them dry, dried them overnight, put them on the smoker, and 3 out of the 6 we topped off with a bunch of low down and dirty sweet and smoky barbecue rub. And then again, hot smoked them to their 165 degrees internal temperature. And they came out fantastic. Shocker, right? Anyhow, so we're going to take a couple slices off of this. We're going to take this spud right here, and we're going to make some fresh cut potato chips. We're going to season them up with the, you know what, I'll grab it sooner or later. HuntChef straight out of the bay. Fish, crab, and duck seasoning, but it's great on so much more, especially potato chips. And everybody asks me, or actually we've gotten asked a lot of times recently, is that a new one? No. It's my version of kind of an Old Bay flavor meets a crab boil flavor and then a bunch of wild gravy and all mashed up. And that's what you get. So we're going to make potato chips with that. But then we're going to get some more. We had some ramps last week. We've got more here this week. Fresh, beautiful spring harvest. And again, courtesy of Chico Outdoors, we got two pretty little venison tenderloins because I did two HuntChef one-man deer breakdowns up there. And we're going to kind of just butterfly and bread up because we were running and I needed something that's going to cook easy and quick here tonight to share it with you guys. But, you know, it's turkey season and my social feed is just full of everything south of here, west of here, from Miriam to Osceolas to Easterns. People are knocking down a bunch of great birds. It's so awesome to see all the kids getting out there, extended family, dads, daughters, moms, sons. I mean, it's amazing, and I love it all. And I've seen a lot of really cool recipes that folks are sharing. Don't just breast those birds out. Make sure you're using those legs. If you don't have any great turkey leg recipes for your spring bird harvest, you need to head over to the HuntChef YouTube channel, scroll through the videos, and find we've got 3, 5, 6, something like that there just for turkey legs. And when our season finally opens here in PA on May the 4th, we'll be doing a few more because number one son, I got a couple birds teed up for him. West Virginia's open. It's right down the street. I might get out there Friday morning. We'll have to wait and see. Anyhow, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to take these deer inside tenderloins, make little cutlets. We're going to, not that they need tenderized, we're just going to kind of flatten them out a little bit. We've got some all-purpose flour, 50%, and some masa flour, 50%. And I do that because, you know, that masa flour has a little bit of leavening in it, and it's just different. It hits different. It's not as kind of chalky. It doesn't build up quite the kind of the gummy texture that flour, gluten flour, wheat flour will. So we got that. We got some eggs we'll season up and mix up to be able to make that crust on there. We got some cheese. We're gonna make some big sexy mayo. That was a lot really fast. I feel like I'm gonna set a record.
I think so.
Anyhow, let's get to cooking. I think the first thing we want to do, ooh, the oil's feeling good. I'm going to heat it up a little bit more. And the first thing we're going to do, I think, is go ahead. We're going to move the brine kit out of the way. But don't forget, that's how this pork belly came to be right here on the HuntChef set. We're going to get our eggs mixed up. And in the eggs, I want to put a little bit of feather duster. I'm going to have to start putting the name on the backs of the labels so I can see it from behind. And then we're also going to put some feather duster in our flour. That's sacrilege right there. First time ever HuntChef Live I spilled a beer. Man, you know, I'm probably going to catch a little bit of grief for that, but that's okay. Accidents happen. What was that guy's name? Bob Ross. There's no such thing as a mistake, just happy accidents or something. Happy little accidents. What's a happy little accident? It only cost me about 2.5 ounces of beer. These are my notes because we're running by the seat of our pants here tonight. But it's going to be delicious, so stay tuned. So feather duster in the flour, feather duster in the eggs. Eggs are ready to go, but in the flour, because it's that deer meat, I want to get some 10-ring grill rub in there as well. Big flavor, bold flavor. We're going to mix it up. Get ready for our venison tenderloin cutlets coming in here. How's everybody doing out there in HuntChef Nation tonight? Anybody hanging out?
Still in the beers of rookie moves.
Rookie. I got your rookie, suckers. I'll take it. I spilled it. Is what it is. All right. Flour's looking good. Smelling good. Probably going to make me sneeze. And then we got these eggs. We're going to bust those yolks up. Whisk that feather duster seasoning right in there. And if you haven't tried feather duster on your scrambled eggs, your fried eggs, whatever kind of eggs you like to eat in the morning, you need to. You need to get down with the wild flavor. Oh, buddy. Done that a time or two. There we go. Okay, so those guys are ready. And what we want to do with our tenderloin, so we got that little bit of silver skin on the front side. We're going to go ahead and just sort of peel it off with your HuntChef battle axe. So I don't know if anybody has been over to huntchef.com lately, but that is where you can start to find out more and more of all the information that is coming soon to be available about the Hunt Chef Deer, Gear, and Beer Sportsman's Expo and Outdoor Swap Meet. And I hope that you do soon, because in just a day or two, I feel like we're going to be dropping all of the sponsorship opportunities, all of the vendor opportunities, and next week we hope to be able to get out a lot of the ticketing, daily ticketing opportunities to come down and be part of the awesome outdoor event that we're putting on at the Fayette County, Pennsylvania Fairgrounds. So we hope you'll be able to join us September 20th through the 22nd, 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, we mentioned the Chico Outdoors Show here just a little bit ago, and ours is going to be equally as good, dare I say, bigger, but, you know, we got goals, and it's going to be an awesome, just on the cusp of hunting season, getting ready for everything that we're going to be chasing this fall. Birds, deer, elk, you name it, hogs, but hunting, fishing, blinds, steelhead, crappie. We're going to have vendors that can help you get what you need. And the neatest part that we're bringing to the show is going to be the Sportsman's Swap Meet. So you're going to be able to come down, get yourself a space with the family, tent, table. You want to blow out your garage, your shed, your building, whatever you got, trail cameras, camo, tree stands, you name it. You can bring it to the Sportsman Swap Meet portion. And we're working on doing a Jeep show and a truck show, just to keep things. We might even work on a little bit of buggy stuff too. Time will tell. First annual, it's all on the table, people. Everything outdoors, everything awesome. So now that we've got our tenderloin hammered out, and so again, this recipe would be great for your wild turkey breast, great for your trout, great for your crappie, smallmouth, catfish, whatever you're working with this time of year. We're going to be throwing down all the wild flavor. And we're going to mix these guys up and start to get a crust built on our cutlets before we dunk them in our egg. So we get a little bit more going on our deer tenderloin here. Our oil's looking right, so it's not going to be long. We're going to work on these fresh cut potato chips here next and get them in the oil and rocking and rolling. There we go. Get them buried up and let that crust start to set up in there. Now we're back to this one lonely potato. And we could do this. Oh, is it that time already? Time for the first Hunt Chef roll call of the evening. Chime in the comments below where you're watching from. city, town, state, province, or country for your chance to win one of 4 $10 HuntChef e-gift cards, good to all the wild flavor at huntchef.com. So tonight, giving away 40 bucks to 4 lucky winners between Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So hopefully you guys are chiming in where you're watching from. Again, your city, town, state, province, or country. I'm going to stand this guy up because we're going to get a little bit of peel action off of here. Get ready to make some fresh chips. Any comments chiming in other than rookie move on spilling the beer? Anybody got anything going on? I know, it's a beautiful day here in Farmington, Pennsylvania. Probably a lot of folks out in the yard right now getting ready to watch this live stream a little bit later, but we'd love to hear anything you guys have going on right now. Welcome, folks. Check in, check in, check in. Hey, man, congratulations on that big old Kentucky bird, dude. That he did what? Did he? Ooh, I gotta check that post out. I didn't see it. All right, so we got our potato peeled, and we're gonna not cheat. We're gonna use a proper utensil here. I feel like I tried this once before and it didn't work out very good for us, but we're gonna try it again. We've got our mandolin. Let's see. We got a nice thin chip here. A little too thick. A little too thick. Let's try it again. Those are looking pretty good. A little thinner. There we go. Oh yeah. That's what we were going for right there. So if you got the mandolin at home, you know what's up. It makes things a lot easier, especially on the potato chip side. When you get down to the nub here, you got to watch where your fingers are. And we're going to just roll one more, and that's good for now. Mandolin out. Now, let's see. We're going to do a tester, see how it does in our oil. Stay tuned. We'll see how that works out. All right, so in the meantime, we got the cheese. We're going to put on the deal on this a little bit. So back to the ramps. What I wanted to do tonight is we're going to make the bulbs minced, and we're going to mix that into our mayonnaise with some big sexy beef rub, and then we're going to chiffonade, aka finely chop the greens to kind of be the lettuce on our burger, and see how that all works out for us. But I wanted to, so many times we cook or pickle the ramps, the bulbs especially, and make them taste great, but you don't get that sharp raw flavor. And I'm not a big raw onion guy. I'll eat onions cooked. I got more onion cooking recipes than Carter has liver pills, but what I don't often do is eat onions raw because they're just a little too strong and I wind up tasting them for days. But ramps are a little bit different animal. Well, that chip's frying away there. I have what? I do have tongs. Thanks for asking, Em. Looking out for me. Oh, my little finners. So we're mincing up these ramps. I don't know if you can see it from back there, but got the battle axe doing the work. Speaking of tongs, we're going to flip that chip over. Ooh, homemade potato chips. I don't know, there's just something about them. I mean, don't get me wrong, my big butt will tear up a bag of store-bought chips any day of the week, but homemade potato chips they just hit better and different. And they're easy. So all that minced up ramp, the white, and the kind of reddish part of the stem going in to our mayo. All right, so bubbling is kind of kicked off. Good shake. Look at that. Ooh, that oil's hot. Let's see.
Jason, how is it now?
Well, it's a good crunch. What do we got? We got a little audio. Is it in the crook? Do I need to slide it up a little bit? That was one of the best homemade chips, and it's that easy. Oh my gosh, it's so crunchy. I'm just going to make potato chips right now while we figure out where our audio is and isn't. And between my beard and my fat neck, I might be choking off my lavalier mic here a little bit. So I'd love to know. So we're probably going to do 2 batches of these guys. And I don't want to overload the skillet and cool the oil down too much, or have the potatoes touching and kind of smushing together, smushing together, smushing together, smushing together. All right, you get the drift.
Jason said you sound like a glitchy Optimus Prime.
You know, a glitchy Optimus Prime. So I just, for whatever reason, popped up in my For You TikTok the other day that I watch usually while I'm driving. And the guy that does the Optimus Prime voice told his life story, and he was pretty much destitute and broke, and him and his brother were living in an apartment, and he's like, I'm gonna go do what do they call it? An audition for a truck voice. And however much longer later, I mean, dude's world famous and a millionaire, and it's crazy how things happen, you know? Potato, better now. So was that me keep my face away from it, or is that something you did, Matt?
I said I turned up the volume.
Pump up the jams, the volume. We're making homemade potato chips, and we're gonna cook some deer meat. But at the same time, we're trying to be real high tech up in here. You know, if you don't know, you will know. HuntChef Live coming at you. Oh, look at these tater chips. Kim, you're going to like these, especially with the SOB on them. That's HuntChef, straight out of the bay. And it really is so good on chicken wings. I ever tell you that story about ranch and girls from Pittsburgh? Yeah. I thought so. Okay, just checking. All right. Anyhow, we're going to skip that for family night here tonight. Homemade tater chips. Round 1 coming out. We got that deer meat. Remember that deer tenderloin, those little cutlets that I beat up, hanging out in the flour, getting ready to fry, and the chips. Now they won't be warm when the sandwich is done. Well, they might be a little warm, but you can't beat them, and it's that easy. That thick, not too thin because they brown too fast. You gotta, so all that sizzle you hear in the skillet, it's like so much cooking, and that's what I try and share with folks a lot of the time, is that sizzle, that bubble and pop that's happening right now, that is moisture leaving the, usually it's protein that we're cooking, but in this case it's potatoes. All that bubbling going on right now is moisture bubbling out. Oh, I'm talking to this camera now. Hi, how are you? There's moisture bubbling out of the potatoes. We're getting used to this new, straight out of the bay. Those ones are getting crispy. Oh my gosh. You guys have seen what do they call them in the stores, like crab chips or something? That's what we're making right now, only betterer. Oh, that seasoning smells so good. All right, chippy chippies. And who doesn't like potato chips? And then homemade wise, you can fry them in whatever oil you want. If you got some rendered deer fat, you got beef tallow, you got chicken, duck, goose fat, um, clarified butter. You can rock out whatever you like at the house. We are using just a soybean oil here tonight, which any of these days I'm not a big fan of, but it's getting the job done. And you can see when you're doing this that you can load up a big batch in your Fry Daddy on the counter at the house and close the lid because they have the steam escaping kind of lid deal. But right here, when your eyes on them, watching them, when you see that top browning and the bubbling stopping, that's when you want to grab them and get them out. Golden brown, delicious. One more batch coming around. Is that 759? 757. All right, one last small round of potato chips. And I wasn't going to cook all these, but I know the crew's going to want to eat them. I know I want to eat them. So we're cooking every last tater chip here, kids. But we got that mayonnaise with the fresh ramps in there, and we're going to load that mayo up with the Big Sexy Beast Rub. So you can see the ramps, you can see the mayo, and you put in as much Big Sexy as you want. I'm going about right there. Spoon to mix that up, and I'm going to do that ahead of time to let believe it or not, that mayo is going to hydrate that Big Sexy Beast Rub and let those flavors bloom, just like it's springtime right now and everything's blooming. So that's what we're looking for. That's not going to suck. So we're going to have that sharp, sweet, salty, savory with a little kick from the Big Sexy Beast Rub, and then that super bright and sharpness coming out of the fresh ramps, giving our chips a turn, and getting ready to bread up our venison. We're going to kick this saute pan up front and get a little bit of preheat going on there. Where'd that straight out of the bay go? There it is. More chips. There we go. Shake it like you're going to break it. That's where I'm at. We're almost done. I've got some nice tomatoes we're going to slice to go on our sandwich. And don't forget those ramp green, I almost said leek greens, because a lot of people call them wild leeks. And if somebody had, got out in the woods and found us some morels, maybe we could have some morels on our deer sandwich here, but we just hadn't had a chance to get in the woods. And it's killing us, but we're going to do it here, hopefully Friday, and get down to West Virginia, try and smack us a big old long beer down there. There we go. Last chip out. How pretty is that? So easy. So easy. Make your own, kids. Do it at home. Oh my gosh. These things are not going to last long. Once we get started, I'll put them down here. So now for our deer cutlets, because we got that oil just right, and I want to keep it rolling, and we've got a minute to get into everything else. There's something.
On YouTube, we still have flamethrower spots available. We are down to about 15, but we still have flamethrower spots available. So we've not picked the winner yet.
15 spots, $10 a spot. Get in that HuntChef exothermic flamethrower raffle, $10. It's the best $10 you ever spend, even if you don't win, but somebody's gonna, and I cannot wait to get it in a box and ship it to you. HuntChef.com, $10 a spot, exothermic flamethrower raffle. It's right there on the homepage as soon as you land on the site. You can't miss it. All right, now we're mixing up in the egg, and we're going to come right back in to our 50-50 mixture of white all-purpose flour and that masa corn flour with our venison tenderloin cutlets in our seasoned eggs. Ho, ho, ho! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the second roll call of the evening. This is the part where you chime in the comments below where you're watching from, city, town, state, province, or country, for your chance to win one of tonight 4 $10 HuntChef e-gift cards, good to all the wild flavor at HuntChef.com. You can use them on the battle axe, the seasonings, the jerky kits, the sausage kits, the brine kits. You can even use it on, if there's any left, the exothermic flamethrower raffle. Now, mixing them up one more time. I kind of piled them up, but we got plenty of flour in here. So we're just going to make sure we get them good and separated. No wet spots, getting the flour mix, that masa corn flour all over them. And then we're going to be fried daddying up our venison tenderloin, getting ready to make a big old delicious sandwich out of it. Especially using some of this brined and smoked pork belly that we did with the HuntChef brine kit. So we started talking earlier about the HuntChef Deer, Gear, and Beer Sportsman's Expo or Outdoor Expo and Sportsman's Swap Meet. It is going to be one for the ages. I know it's the first annual, but I'm telling you, we are working hard on getting all the right vendors, all the right sponsorship. It's going to be a fantastic event. Deer backstrap, fritters to make us a big old delicious sandwich going in. So stay tuned. If you want more information on the HuntChef Deer, Gear, and Beer Expo, your best chance is to go to the website, click on that DGB tab, and sign up. Send us an email, info@huntchef.com. We're going to have a big old throwdown at the Fayette County Fairgrounds this September 20th, 21st, 22nd. All things outdoors, all things delicious. Last piece going in. Pow! You know the sizzle is going to be amazing. All right, so we got 2 buns. We got a light preheat on our skillet over here. So while the venison's getting crispy, we're going to butter up our buns. And we're going to work on getting these guys toasted up. So you can do this on your grill, on your griddle, on a skillet in the house. Again, this is a great recipe to do with your wild turkey breast harvest. Catfish, trout fillets, walleye fillets. You can follow along everything we're doing here, even being able to get out there and get those fresh ramps in the woods. Super easy. Look at that big sexy ramp mayo. Ooh, it smells good. All right, let's check our cutlets here. Man, they're going quick. I'm going to kill the heat. We're just going to give the bigger ones a little turn. You know it's not going to take a lot. They're already so crispy. That corn flour, look at that. Bam. Golden brown. Oh, I thought I had another tray with paper towels. Hold on. I used that up for the, what were those? Potato chips, Emily. All right, here we go. Here we go. Coming out, coming out. Quick fry. Beautiful golden brown. Oh my. Don't burn the buns. We're toasting. We're getting golden. But I want to get these cutlets out before they soak up any oil. I got that heat off under it. These are going to crunch. Oh, and they're going to be so tender. And don't forget, we got all that flavor in there with the feather duster and the 10-ring grill rub. Just like that. Ta-da. Easy peasy. You get those kids, that next generation in the outdoors and in the kitchen. This is the kind of stuff that they love, that crispy, that crunchy. And it's so easy. Have them to help do the breading and everything. You won't go wrong. Trust me. All right. Bun. So warm. Ah. It's like I'm on a food trailer, Kimmy. Hot buns, hot cross buns. I know. We're going out again on the road. Okay. Bun's done. Now, we get those eggs out of the way. And I want to wipe us a little spot here. Give the battle axe a little wipe. You can still get your battle axe. HuntChef.com. Coming soon, laser engraved. Stay tuned. So we talked about that pork belly that we did with the brine kit. And I just want to get a couple of slices for each of the two. I think we're going to do two sandwiches. A couple slices each. 3 and 4. So look how pretty that is. That HuntChef brine kit, let me bring it out here, give it its proper due. You want to make your own bacon, whether it's cold or hot smoked at home? HuntChef brine kit, that's where it's at. Look at this pork belly. Look at the color. Get it in your life. Okay. We're going to drop the heat a little bit. We got a little smoking going on here. But, I mean, that is nothing but porky deliciousness that's going to pair up so good with our crispy, lean venison tenderloin. Holy cow. All right. I keep doing Screech Owl Brewing, official beer. Don't spill it. Any other questions? Anybody got anything going on out there tonight? Pretty quiet. They must really be digging a recipe, huh? It's easy. You shared it over to Twitter? Wow. So it's now X. And X is where I pretty much get my news every morning anymore. So that's awesome. I think our handle on X, the old former Twitter, now X, is HuntChef Seasonings. Because that's kind of what we do. Seasonings. World-class, delicious, most bestest wild flavor on earth seasonings. We're going to move the oil out the way because I don't trust myself after I spilt that beer with my elbow to, oh my gosh. Can you guys smell that pork belly right now? Oh my goodness gracious. All right. I want to keep it up front so everybody can see it. Remember where we're coming from here. We've got so many seasonings going on. We've got the Big Sexy. We're going to leave that strip right there for everybody's viewing enjoyment. The Big Sexy Fresh Ramp Mayo. We're going to get this one's a little softer than I thought it was.
Jason's on his way to Tennessee to hunt turkeys right now.
Is he? I don't remember getting that invite.
Well, in a sidebar, I think he feels bad because you commented best seasonings on the market.
Sidebar.
And then Appleby says if you still have a beer, you'll have a party foul.
Deal. All right. I beat this cleaver up really bad today. So usually I'd slice right through that tomato skin. Taking me this little extra sawing action, which I hate. All right, another flip on the bacon. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to eat this stuff. Holy macaroni. I cut that one kind of thick. I don't think anybody's going to mind. Ooh. All right, so tomatoes, and hey, it'll be summer tomato season here before you know it, folks. And what you want to make sure you have in your home kitchen arsenal when those tomatoes come around is some HuntChef Smoky Bayou. Fresh tomatoes, smoky, right on them. I mean, a lot of people, oh, I love salt and pepper, I love olive oil. Yes, I know, as do I. But I'm telling you, try the HuntChef Smoky Bayou on them. You're not going to be mad about it whatsoever, at all, ever, ever, ever. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's just something about making your own bacon. And I'm telling you right now, that is so easy with the HuntChef brine kit. People. People. So I'm going to get my smaller of the two slices out. I'm going to leave those two bigger buggers in there. Bigger buggers. That's like a Travis Bigger saying, bigger buggers, right? Anybody out there ever meet Travis Bigger?
I don't know, but Lance has a cup, and it's pretty special.
It is pretty special. It's real special. So, speaking of special, we're going to kick the heat down even more. And we've got 2 eggs that we're going to fry soft. 2 points. I was really nervous about that one, I got to tell you. 2 points. And last but not least, on the HuntChef Wild Flavor Seasonings here, we got some HuntChef All Dusted Up. Now, a lot of folks love feather duster on their eggs in the morning, as we did in the ones mixed up. All Dusted Up also, right there. So, we're working on building a couple of amazing wild flavor venison sandwiches. I'm telling you right now, this is going to come together pretty awesome. I feel like this is going to be one of the favorite things that I've ever made for Lance, because he's been working really hard, and this dish really is for him. I feel like one of these sandwiches, I'm going to kill the heat and just let those eggs kind of hang out. One of these is just for Lance. So we've got that big, sexy beast rub with the fresh ramp bulbs and stems in it. And we're not going to be shy with it. We're not going to like drown it, but a nice coating. Buns are still warm, all butter toasted up. And you notice I made extra, and that was for Lance for the next couple of days.
I thought it was the chicken.
Oh, we can definitely. Stop right there. Emily, you're a genius. That is so good. That is so good. So a lot of times, tomato goes on the top. Tonight, it is going on the bottom of the bun. We've got a little bit of a barrier there with the mayo, but HuntChef Smoky Bayou on your tomatoes, people. I'm telling you.
Sasquatch Outdoors says looking good, fella.
Getting squatchy in the house right now. Those guys finally got to meet them at the Chico Outdoor Shows this past weekend. What a crazy bunch of dedicated, amazing folks that are all about their nonprofit. And if you're currently not following Sasquatch Outdoors, you need to. They're doing great stuff for, selfless reasons with their nonprofit. So if you're not following Sasquatch Outdoors yet, you need to soon. All right, so I told you we're going to do a little bit of a chiffonade on our ramp greens to kind of act like our lettuce here this evening. So we're going to do it that way, but we're also going to season it up with some all dusted up on those greens. Half on one pile, How you feeling about this, Lance? You feel like this is something you're going to eat?
Yeah.
Don't be so excited. Whatever you do. Whatever you do. All right. We got that. Man. That HuntChef brine kit brine pork belly bacon. I'm just putting those 2 big pieces on. We're going to save those ones for us to snack on. We've got the venison cutlets coming in, still nice and warm and crispy on both. I might put more Big Sexy Beast Rub mayo on the top of the bun too. You think that's enough, or do you think we need a little bit more venison on there? Oh, it's time for our last roll call of the evening, folks. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Chime in the comments below where you're watching from, city, town, state, province, or country, for your chance to win tonight one of 4 $10 e-gift cards, good to all the wild flavor at HuntChef.com.
Hey, Chef.
Hey!
Josh Garrettson asked, do your brine kits work well for making Canadian bacon with pork loin?
Let me answer that very briefly and distinctly. Yes. Shredded cheddar. I was thinking about melting this with the provolone, but I was like, you know what? I feel like I don't want it melty because everything else is just going to be a little bit too fresh. So we're skipping a provolone. Last minute game decision. Yeah. Pork loins, Canadian bacon, HuntChef brine kit, match made in heaven. Absolutely. It's one of the things that I talk about a lot at all the outdoor shows we do when folks are at our sample cutting board where we have our venison hams at. And I tell them, I'm like, you like that flavor? You like that texture, that smoke? You imagine that doing your own pork loin from Save-A-Lot, Costco, grocery store, butcher shop, whatever, and making your own Canadian bacon. It's going to be that juicy, that flavorful. Just don't overcook it. You know what I mean? I'm so excited. We're coming down to it. Because now we get to do the eggs. Listen, he and I have been texting a little bit. I was going to make that a surprise for you. Well, we're talking about stuff like that. He's involved with a really awesome, and I mean really awesome new outdoor product that's going to be coming around soon. I'm not going to say that name right now because we got a couple more things to talk about, and I didn't ask to get permission, but Bill and his partners and everybody going, oh, see that, Matt, can you see that yolk?
Oh, yeah.
Man, sound effects are free. Oh, you know what? I almost canceled this live stream tonight because we've been so busy, have so much going on. But I'm so glad I didn't. Again, we've got such an easy, straightforward dish that really, if you made this and ate it, it's going to blow your mind. But, you know, eating wild, we've got the ramps, fresh picked, the fresh venison tenderloin fritters that, again, I just did the one-man deer breakdown the last 2 days, 2 deer worth. I spirited away some of those. Super easy, fresh, crispy. Listen, homemade potato chips couldn't be easier. I made amazing with HuntChef straight out of the bay. The eggs are loading up on protein, and this pork belly. Those chips, stop it. So easy to make. Your own Canadian bacon, pork belly. You can take a beef brisket, trim it up, brine it with this, add some peppercorn and clove and bay leaves, and make your own pastrami. The brine kit is so versatile. I made them. It's turkey season. It's made for wild turkeys. I mean, come on. You can do the whole thing. I would recommend brining the breast and the legs separately, cooking them separately, but hey, that's your call. but we'll make your wild turkey game-changingly better. Take that to the bank. And if you think you can prove me wrong, you let me know. But that brine kit, look at that piece of bacon. And this was hot smoked pork belly. This wasn't cold smoked. This is like, that's like meat candy. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to bring this thing together. 8:21 p.m. We're ahead of schedule. I want to put the tops on these and smash those yolks, but I hate to make it less pretty, but we're going to do it anyhow. More of that big sexy beast rub and fresh ranch mayo. I'm talking to this camera now. Hi, how y'all doing? Lid going on. Same thing here. Butter toasted brioche bun. Lid going on. Can you? Let's see if you can get it out the front here. You ready? Are you on the sandwich mat?
Yep.
Boom.
Looks good.
That's what I'm talking about. I love this stuff. I hope.
Game Freak says killing and growing.
Wow, freaks in the house, people. I love it. Thanks, everybody. I can't thank y'all enough for being here tonight. Wherever you're at from, however long you're able to stay in and hang around and just be part of the HuntChef Lab Wild Flavor experiment. Trying to bring new ideas to wild flavor and encouraging more people to get in the outdoors, on the water, in the woods. I'm just making a mess out of my fingers right now, and I don't care a bit. Those toasted brioche buns, the venison cutlets. You know, I didn't do a taste test on one of them. I'll pick a small one here. Let's see. Bro. With that mayo. It does not suck at all. Again, these homemade chips, wow, is that good. So simple, so crispy, so light, and delicious. Holy cow. These might be, I mean, I knew the chips were going to be good. Wait, that one's a little soggy. You like a soggy potato chip?
Like all potato chips.
Wow. 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 Did I say wow? We have so much good stuff coming. Everything is at huntchef.com. The flamethrower giveaway, Deer Gear and Beer Classic. Classic? Where did I come up with classic at? Deer Gear and Beer Sportsman's Expo, Outdoor Expo and Sportsman Swap Meet. Become a retailer. See what happens. I get all that wild flavor on my mouth. My tongue goes. Blah, 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 blah. You name it, she says. How to be a retailer, how to find a retailer for all the seasonings, the kits. Coming soon, the sauces. I don't even have any sauces out here yet, but we got some really cool new bottles, really cool new labels coming. The HuntChef Buckshot, Memphis style, sweet and tangy barbecue sauce. The HuntChef Locked and Loaded Carolina mustard style sauce. That has been the hands down favorite at all the outdoor shows we've done this winter. And then rounding it out, the one and only Hot Shot jalapeno honey barbecue sauce made by yours truly. Coming at you. What am I forgetting? I feel like this was just too delicious and too easy. What did I screw up? What did I forget? Kim's probably has a long list. Official beer, HuntChef Nation, Screech Owl Brewing, and our one and only title sponsor of everything HuntChef Live, no matter where we're live out here in the set or anywhere in HuntChef Nation, the one and only 84 Lumber Company. Coming on, there they are, coming on the scroll now. Building the American Dream since 1956, and I think their new marketing is delivering the American Dream. Check them out. Check out Screech Owl Brewing. Is it almost? Hi. Word now time. Now she's going to say something.
So I just thought we should probably say that we in Ridgeway, PA next week, so no live Tuesday.
That's right. That's right. So Lance and I and cousin Matt are headed north to Ridgeway, Pennsylvania. Really close to fabled Venison, PA, that is like the epicenter home of Pennsylvania's elk population. But we're going up there for the second year in a row to bring all the seasonings, all the sauces, all the battle axes. Get yours at HuntChef.com. And then all the HuntChef Meat Wagon Barbecue to everybody at the annual Chainsaw Rendezvous. It starts next Wednesday. We'll be busy Tuesday, so we won't be live here next Tuesday, but it runs Wednesday through Saturday. And then Kim and Mike, dun dun dun, Mike, and Big Nick Isidore from Wanuka Lodge up in Ontario, Canada. I did it on purpose, Nick. Down at the Dead Man Derby at the Fayette County Fairgrounds this weekend. We can't help ourselves. We just keep throwing down every time we turn around.
Lance and cousin Matt will be at the Laurel Highland Mustangs football bingo at the Uniontown Open to the public Saturday night, this Saturday.
Wow.
And you and I will be at the Extreme
I forgot about this.
Throwdown at Green County Fairgrounds.
When are we going to sleep?
I didn't know it was that big.
Never. That's when. All right, we need a taste test. Are these our winners?
They are.
Okay. Well, I've tasted everything individually. I'm not going to cut one of these because I want to get good pictures, which is something we don't do enough of. You know it doesn't suck. Well, actually, we could probably make it with 3 halves, right?
We'll make do, chef.
We'll make do. We'll probably make my beard all juicy and amazing. Look at that bite right there. That's not going to suck. I mean, if you're not throwing down, oh my gosh. Wild flavor at home, you gotta. Chips, so easy. You hear that crunch? Oh my gosh. All right, time for our winners.
There might be a couple from our favorite state ever. Good luck, state. Show me state, no show.
No, it's not the Show Me State.
I don't know, but it showed us.
It sure has. Hey, we got 4 winners here tonight. Each of you all have won one $10 gift card, e-gift card. Good to all the wild flavor at HuntChef.com. Message the Hunt Chef Facebook page to claim your prize. Give us a day, maybe 3. We just told you we got a lot going on, but this is yours. It's free. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this wild flavor dream. Tonight's winners, Trent Nolan from Central Illinois. Josh Garrettson, watching on YouTube, from Tampico, Illinois. I've been to Tampico, by the way. Tyler Lukens, for also watching on YouTube, from Southern Illinois. I've spent a lot of time in Central Illinois, Southern Illinois. And last but certainly not least, Nathan Watkins from Clay County, West by God, Virginia. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight, hanging out with us. Make sure you check out our sponsors, 84 Lumber Company, Screech Owl Brewing. Get over to HuntChef.com. Check out Deer Gear and Beer Expo 2024. All the wild flavor, the battle axe. Keep up with us. Find a retailer on the site. Get over that YouTube channel. Smash that subscribe button. And make sure you tune in tomorrow night to the one and only Mountaintop Outdoors TV show, only on the Sportsman Channel, 7:30, Sportsman Channel, Wednesday nights. Thanks again for being here. Do your best to get the next generation in the woods, on the water, then in the kitchen. Make it delicious. And always eat will you kill. Night, everybody.